Welcome to Hitachi Cable America's Introduction to Copper Cable Manufacturing. This presentation will provide an overview of how cables are made at our Manchester, New Hampshire facility. We start with custom spools or stems of 13-gauge solid copper conductor. Each stem can produce about 2.5 million feet of 24-gauge conductor. HCA uses only solid copper conductor. Solid copper conductor is necessary to be compliant to the TIA standard, and it is required by the U.S. National Electrical Code. Copper-clad aluminum, which has entered the market via no-name manufacturers, is not acceptable for the use in North America. Stems are set side by side to allow a mechanical splice from the new stem to the stem running low. Once depleted, an empty stem is replaced with a full one. This allows non-stop manufacturing. Entering the drawing enclosure, the conductor wraps around a number of pulleys and through a number of gauges. It is here that we draw the copper down from the 13 gauge to our desired gauge, such as 23 or 24 gauge. Copper leaves the drawing process work hardened and susceptible to brittleness and cracking. Annealing makes the conductor workable and improves transmission performance. Entering the annular enclosure from the left, the copper goes into a chamber where a high voltage electrical charge is applied. The conductor exits the enclosure on the right side and goes immediately into the extruder for insulation. Primary extrusion is where insulation is applied to the conductor. In this image, the insulated conductor is exiting the extruder head and traveling to the right. The cone of molten insulation that adheres to the conductor is visible at the center of the extruder head. The temperature of the extruder head is dependent upon materials being used. Due to the different insulation materials used, conductors for plenum-rated cables usually process at 740 degrees Fahrenheit, while conductors for riser-rated cables usually process at 440 degrees Fahrenheit. Before being put on a reel, the insulated conductor is cooled with water. Maintaining control of the manufacturing process ensures products meet specifications. The conductor must be round and smooth for the insulation to adhere to it. Eccentricity, or the centering of the conductor inside the insulation, plays an important role in cable performance. Every foot of insulated conductor goes through a number of tests during manufacturing. But before we move to the next manufacturing step, we want to make certain all conductors are within specifications. Automated take-up reels enable non-stop manufacturing. HCA has a variety of equipment to twist conductors into pairs. The cablers shown here twist conductors into pairs and pairs into a cable core. A center spline can be pulled in and a shield can be applied. From here, the cable core can go to jacketing. Here, cable core enters the extruder head, which is about 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and a yellow PVC jacket is applied. The jacketed core then enters a water cooling trough before being taken up on a reel. It is worth noting that both plenum and riser-rated category cables typically have a PVC jacket. The material used for the plenum-rated cable, however, has more flame retardant in it. Cables are manufactured in lots that consist of multiple cable reels. Test samples are pulled from reels throughout the lot to ensure product consistency. After jacketing, the reels are sent to respool where print legend is applied and the cable is cut to 1,000-foot samples and packaged. The most popular form of packaging is the ReelX box. HCA boxes are some of the most durable on the market, and each box has a conduit fill chart printed on it to aid in installation. Quiz time. Number 1. HCA manufactures in what U.S. state? Number 2. What gauge conductor do we start with? Number 3. Does annealing make copper softer or harder? Number 4. Water is used to clean the insulated conductor before it goes on a reel. True or false? Number 5. Eccentricity refers to the centering of the conductor inside the insulation. True or false? Number 6. Jacket material for indoor category cables is usually PVC. True or false? Number 7. Only one test is performed to a lot of cables to help expedite manufacturing. True or false? Number 8. Reverse sequential footage are printed where? Number 9. What is printed on the box to help when pulling through conduit? Number 10. It's okay to stack pallets of boxed cable.